Really excited about the win tonight, and it has been a heck of a homestand for us. We've not only won some games, but feel like we've improved along the way, and that's, at the end of the day, that's really what we're getting after. UTEP is a very good basketball team. I was going to say their backcourt, but their entire starting five and really top six guys are extremely talented and tough to guard. They're fantastic in transition. I thought overall that was probably the biggest key to the game, and we weren't great at that. And they continued to get the ball out and push in transition, and again, it's something we can address and get better at moving forward. We did make enough plays offensively. I thought we shared the basketball well. We didn't shoot it great, but for the most part, I really liked our shot selection. But at the end of the day, I feel like we beat a very good basketball team that will win a bunch of games in Conference USA this year, and it's a well-coached team, so we're thrilled.
Once again, you have RB didn't have a good shooting night tonight, but you step, the other guys step up. I mean, that's just seems to be becoming a mark of this team that night after night. Different guys step up.
Yeah, and it is becoming a mark of this team that we have a lot of different guys that can help us in a lot of ways. I mean, William Lee, you can say, yeah, 18 points is great, but 12 rebounds, 5 blocks, 2 assists, 0 turnovers. I mean, that's impressive, even if he didn't have any points. And so different guys are stepping up in different ways. We are going to need to rely on RB with consistency, which he's really had this year, and we're going to ask him to do a lot for us, but knowing that we have a lot of different guys that can contribute.
The play Nick made at the end, heads-up play, getting the rolled ball, how nice is it to have someone like that leading, just basically connecting from you out there that you don't even have to worry almost at that position with him and Denzel?
He's smarter than me because I didn't see the play. I went and looked this way and made sure we're back defensively, and he took the basketball and did that. And it's just he makes winning plays. And I think as a team, I'm hoping we talk about our team makes winning plays over the long term. But he's so smart, has such savvy, and that's the kind of play that in a lot of ways ended the game. And he's a heck of a player, and he's a tough competitor.
When you had that 2 of 18 stretch in the first half, did you remind him to kind of work the ball inside a little bit more, or were you just tell him to stick a course and no ball?
Well, I didn't know we were 2 of 18, and may have changed my thoughts if I was aware of that. But the message throughout the game, before the game, during the game, halftime, every time out, was attack inside out. And if we have wide open threes, we want them to take them. I mean, the guys know, based on shot clock, based on their abilities, who we want shooting the basketball. And so if they have wide open shots, I'm not going to tell them not to shoot them. And so the vast majority were high-quality shots. We had a few that I would have liked to take back. But we had a lot of guys turning down shots, too, and continuing to drive. And so the message was clear from the beginning and consistent that we were trying to attack inside out. And I thought we did that for the most part and just didn't make as many shots as we would have liked.
You guys rebounded, I think, won it by a pretty comfortable margin in the finals but I think at one point they only had, late in the game, I think you had 15 to 4 in offensive rebounds. But to keep them off the offensive boards, pretty big team. How big key was that tonight?
It is important. The rebounding is always important. It's amazing, though, when we miss shots, you tend to get a lot more offensive rebounds. That's one of them. But it has been a big emphasis the last couple of games of getting our team. That should be a strength of ours. And it's just been a little bit of a strength, and I want it to be a major strength of getting to the offensive boards. I think it was my second year we led the country in rebounding, but the biggest reason we couldn't make a shot. And so I don't want to just lead the country in rebounding. I'd rather lead it in field goal percentage and assists and that kind of thing. But the offensive rebounds, again, needs to be a huge emphasis for us, and I think it should be a strength with our size, length, and athleticism.
Seemed like, obviously in the second half, you guys, they were double-digit lead, and they just wouldn't go away for a while. Was that just was it a lot of just things they were doing, or just kind of what happened?
Just couldn't quite break their spirit. They did a nice job, and I credit Coach Floyd. He does a great job with them. They're a very talented team. I did think when Irvin Morris made his first shot, it's kind of like, all right, he made a shot, no big deal. We're in proper spot. Next one we may be overhelped, and then if a guy gets it going, we need to recognize that earlier and make some of the shots more difficult. And again, a couple of those I can probably live with pretty well, but a couple of them I thought we lost focus, got hit on a screen, and we need to know when a guy's hit 2, 3, 4 threes and then be able to challenge that better.
It seemed like early on when you weren't shooting the ball well, you did shoot the ball well from the free throw line. Particularly early on, kind of how big was that in the game to be hitting them at that point? Because you're still scoring points even though you weren't shooting the ball well from the field.
It was very big, and that was probably the last message I gave the team today. You know, we do shoot around and really talk about the game, and then we let them go on their way. And the last message was a key stat to the game was going to be the free throw line. And if we could keep them off the free throw line, you know, and get more free throws ourselves, I thought it would be a absolutely huge stat in the game, and it turned out to be that way. We did get to the free throw line more than they did. We shot a decent percentage, and that's again, I think it did come to fruition that it was a big stat.
Kind of want to go back to when you were just talking about recognizing when guys start to get hot. You can kind of get away with a little bit at home, but with these 2 road games coming up, how important will that be to stop that right away?
It'll be important. It'll be important. And with our team, we want to continue to mature and grow. And you know, I just talked about our offensive rebound, and we want to get better at that, and we're doing that. And one of the things we're going to address is maybe the best way to put it is having savvy defensively and knowing what they're trying to run, how we're going to be able to stop it. If you're guarding a guy that's a shooter, play it appropriately. If you're guarding a guy that's getting hot, you know, make sure we're playing him appropriately, maybe giving him a little bit more attention. And so I think a little bit more savvy defensively, I think that could be a heck of a way for our team to grow next.
You gonna be glad to get the students back on campus?
Absolutely. I made a clear message to the students that were here that have been fantastic through the winter break, but we have a heck of an opportunity to get students back, and I may go by all the dorms and the commons and everywhere else and see if I can personally invite every one of them. But if we can put a large group of students in there and continue to grow the crowd, we're going to take a very, very good environment to a phenomenal environment.
Transition defense. And on the defense side, we just had to buckle down and play defense. You know, defense win ball games.
Seems like down the stretch, you know, with you and Chris. The second half seemed like it was like you and Chris, they went to you guys a lot in the second half. And you feel like you guys kind of need to take over down there, you know, in the second half particularly.
Coach told us to attack inside out. That's what we did. The guards got us the ball, and we scored it. And when we missed, we got offensive rebound. We just attacked inside out.
This is another indication of just how balanced you guys are. I mean, Robert Brown didn't shoot the ball, you know, well tonight. You know, yet you guys win, you know, by 7 points. I mean, is it game after game? Does it show just how balanced you guys are?
Yeah, I would say that because we got anybody that can go get a bucket at any moment of the game. No matter who gets the bucket, as long as we win, we're happy.
It's not as easy as you guys make that look to have guys switch up roles like that.
Right.
Well, how are you able to do that?
Practice. Every day we go hard in practice. We challenge each other. Every day, just compete, practice.
Steve, if you could talk about that.
Yeah, like Haha said, practice-wise, we make each other better every day. They started out in boxing one and pretty much played the whole game on RB like that and collapsing on the post. And then our post made smart decisions when they got the ball kicked out or hit the offensive glass. And we're really deep, and it's going to take us a long ways.
For you, when you hit a couple threes early like you did tonight, how much does that get you going? How helpful is that when you see the first couple go down?
Yeah, it's a lot of help. I think team-wise too. It spreads the floor. We gotta make sure they cover the shooters, and then we got posts that can finish. It just goes back to how balanced our team is, and anybody can get a bucket.
The way you guys are playing, and this is a good problem to have. If the game is coming down to the last shot, people are trying to figure out who's going to get that shot. I mean, again, that's a good problem to have. You have so many guys that in a game to game it can be different guys
Yeah.
too. That can be that option.
Yeah, I think it'll just depend on who's hot at the moment. You know, RB is one of the best one-on-one scorers in our conference, maybe in the country. And then Chris down low, Haha down low. I mean, it could be anybody. And I know at that time, whoever takes a shot, everybody has trust in them.
That sequence late when you guys are up 5 and you get the ball to Chris for the layup and then you get the steal. Just kind of talk about that little sequence there and just sort of how that was kind of the final time you really pushed back.
Yeah.
Had to push him back.
Yeah, well, we let him come back a little bit, and we just had to make winning plays down the stretch. We did a decent job in transition, and I was just at the end of the game, stick to what we do, and me and Chris were on a 2-on-1 like we practice almost every day, and it just worked out.
On when you got the steal right after that, was that something you had seen earlier that they did, or just
Um,
right place, right time?
Yeah, a little of both. I noticed he was trying to save some time on the clock on the pass in, wasn't really paying attention at that time. And then he threw it in, and nobody was looking, and he couldn't touch it again, or else it was our ball. So it was a win-win for us. Either he touched it or I was going to get it.
For you guys, you know, it's 19 or whatever role it is here at Bartow, why do you guys play so well here, do you think?
Definitely our fans. There's no feeling like getting a stop or coming down on offense and everybody stands up in Bartow, getting loud, and they play a big part of that.